Hello, my friend. May the 14th, and almost halfway through the month, end of the week, Friday. Work week is just about over for many. Church this weekend, looking forward to, of course, a lot of graduations going on right now with a lot of young people, colleges, Bible colleges. It looks like most of the Bible colleges have graduated their students by now. Going home for the summer, pray for those students that they do right during the summertime. That would be a wonderful thing to do, as well as everyone else. I just kind of want to warn everybody, it is summertime. I've already started telling my church about this. And in summertime, we've got to stay faithful to church and make sure that what we do is not going to cause us to backslide, get out of our routine, stay faithful to church. You go on vacation. Let me encourage you to not only enjoy yourself, but be in church on Sunday morning, Sunday night, and Wednesday night on vacation as well. You don't stop being a Christian because you're on vacation. You're always Christian 365, and make sure that you do that while you're out there on vacation during the summer times. Love your church, be faithful to your tithing. Your church has to pay the bills during the summertime, and I'd encourage you to do so. Plus, you don't want God to curse you because you stopped tithing on vacation. That's the worst thing to do. And so I encourage you to stay faithful in all of these areas. I want to read to you this morning from Judges chapter 14 and verse 5. The scripture says, "Then went Samson down and his father and his mother to Timnath, and came to the vineyards of Timnath, and behold, a young lion roared against him." Now, one of the most troubling statements in Samson's life is found in this verse. When Samson chose to go down to the Philistines, his parents chose to go with him. Now, Samson's parents, they were good people. And I believe they went with Samson to support him, but they knew that the way that he was going was wrong. In fact, in a previous verse, his parents told him that he was doing wrong. Yet they chose to follow him as he disobeyed God. Now, we will never know if Samson would have come back to God had his parents stood by what was right. But we do know their condoning actions of following him to join up with a heathen woman led to his eventual death. Now, one of the hardest things a parent has to deal with is knowing what to do when a grown child goes the way of the world. Many parents have found themselves in this situation and find themselves wanting their child to know that they love them, but often they make the same mistake that Samson's parents made in supporting their wayward child's worldly lifestyle. Now, let me give you several thoughts to remember to keep you from following your children down to their worldly lifestyle. First, your child's sinful lifestyle is not an indictment of your parenting. I want you to get that. Just because your child isn't serving the Lord doesn't mean you didn't do the right thing. Children who become adults must choose for themselves which way of life they're going to live. And one thing you can do as a parent is to force them. You can't do as a parent is you can't force them to make the right decision. The only thing you can do as a parent is to train them like you're supposed to train them, and hope and pray that they will make the right decisions when faced with those critical decisions. Second, parents are to lead the children, not the children lead the parents. Now, one of the greatest mistakes I see in this generation are parents following their children instead of leading them. My friend, you'll be training your children. I want you to get this now, all the way to your death. You never stop training your children. Don't make the mistake of letting them lead you. They need your influence to continue walking the same paths all the way to death. Third, just because your children do wrong does not mean you should follow them as they do wrong. Many parents make the mistake of supporting their children, hoping that their support will cause their children to come back. Listen to me. Supporting the sinful lifestyle of a child will never cause them to come back to the right way of living. Never. And I want you to get that word, never follow or support your children's sinful lifestyle, even when your heart is screaming inside of you to support them because your heart thinks emotionally and not scripturally, and you want them to come back. I know it's going to be hard, but you always have to do the right thing. God never said, listen to me, that doing the right thing would be easy. And I know what I'm saying right now is not popular, but I'm telling you, you cannot follow your children as they go towards the way of the world. Fourth, love is not condoning your child's sins, but by supporting their sinful endeavors. But love, the prodigal. Okay, for instance, the prodigal's father was the best example of not following his son's sinful lifestyle. You see, your children will throw in your face that you don't love them because you won't support them. But true love will say that doing right and not supporting sin is love exemplified. Let me ask you a question. God loved the world. Did he go into sin to bring us back to him? No. God stayed righteous because that's what made him God. And you have to understand, if God doesn't change to bring us to him, what brought us to him? His love of righteousness. Fifth, love will cause you to stay the same so that your children have a place to return when they decide to come back. If you love your wayward child and want them to come back, the best thing you can do is to stay what you're supposed to be so they can return to the same spiritual parents who they left. I think one of the greatest stories about the prodigal son's father was he never changed. He stayed right where he was. He never changed. And his son had a place to come back. What if dad would have changed and his son came back and saw dad living like the world? Son would have said, all of this stuff doesn't make sense. You told me he was doing right, and now you've changed. But he did. He stayed right. He did right, even though his son did the wrong thing. And I guarantee it, the prodigal's dad, his heart was broken and screamed. He wanted to go get to his son and try to support his son, but he could not, because right is always right, even when, get this now, even when it's the hardest thing to do. My friend, I know parenting is never easy. You're parenting until the day you die. As you're in your 50s and 60s and 70s, your children are watching you how to get old. My friend, when your child goes wayward, don't beat yourself up. There is no perfect parent. But can I challenge you to do this? You do right. You keep serving the Lord. Show your children that this is right, even if they don't support you. You love them not because they do right or wrong. You love them because they're your child. That's what true love is. And I'm hoping and I'm challenging you, do the right thing. My friend, hey, have a great weekend, would you? Go reach somebody for Christ. Bring them to church on Sunday. Remember, hey, be good to everybody. Everybody's having a tough time. Have a great day, my friend.